So if you're considering between nice custom packaging that you can have your product showcased in versus cheap, random packaging that your supplier throws your product in, and which one you want to actually get. In this video, I'm going to showcase the pros and cons to high quality packaging versus just regular cheap packaging, and essentially which one you might want to go down when it comes to increasing the perceived value of your product, increasing the price of your product, if it even makes sense for your product. If you have a low quality, cheaper product, does it actually make sense to go the premium route, or does it make sense to go the cheaper route? And at the very end, if you're interested in getting custom packaging for your product, I'm going to showcase the various steps you need to take to get custom packaging, and essentially how you do it with a step-by-step process. In this video, we're going to cover it all, so stay tuned for it. So the very first question is, do you even need custom packaging? Well, when it comes to custom packaging, you actually don't need custom packaging. You can simply just have your manufacturer throw your product into a random box or random bag and send them to Amazon. So when Amazon gives them, they're going to put in another bag and basically send it out to your end customer. So just know that whenever your customer gets your product, it's going to be in a bag that Amazon has rebagged in their wonderful Prime bags and boxes, as we can see. And so essentially, even if you do get premium packaging, it's going to be nice, but at the end of the day, when the customer gets it, they're going to have to open that original Amazon packaging first to see your packaging, open that packaging, and essentially, yes, it can actually increase the perceived value of your product, but it is not necessary if you don't have the funds for it. Now, for example, if we're selling these random red Dixie cups, obviously you can't sell this cup because it's branded, but if you sell just a random super cheap cup, then in most cases, you're probably not going to have a premium box or even a premium plastic bag. It's going to have a random plastic bag that the cups come in that the customer can use. However, if you're selling, let's say you want to sell a Theragun, which once again, you're not selling Theragun specifically, but let's say you want to sell a massager gun, then you're most likely going to have an extremely premium packaging, which isn't even that premium at the end of the day. And your manufacturer will once again have this specific item and have a packaging for this item, so that once again, all you have to do is create the design for him and give him your specific design. Now, when it comes to the higher perceived value, the higher costing items, then it might make sense to have a premium packaging design, because once again, these items are going to go for a much higher price point. Theraguns, multiple $100s versus cups. These are just, probably anywhere between $5 to $10 on Amazon. And so for this item, it's going to drastically increase the cost of the item, because let's say you're sourcing this product for $2 for, 50 cups. Now, if the packaging costs an extra $1, then that's 33% more in what you're paying for your total item. Whereas if you're selling a massager gun for $100 and the premium packaging costs $5, that's only 5% versus 30% for the cups, 5% for the Theragun or for the massage gun. And it's going to make a lot more sense for a higher costing item to have premium packaging than it is for a cheaper item. Also, if you're selling any type of hygiene product or sanitization product, then these simple stickers are going to be your packaging. It's probably not going to come into another box. These are just going to be the packaging that Amazon's going to have packaged inside their box. And so with this, it's going to make a lot more sense for you to have the premium packaging or the premium design, where you're basically just showcasing a quick design that you got off of Fiverr or that you got off of any website, and basically you're having this sent to your manufacturer, having him print them out and put on all of your things, because he's already going to be having something on the deodorant, and if he doesn't, it's going to cost maybe a couple extra cents to have this simple sticker on your deodorants or on your actual soaps. And so it's going to make a lot more sense for products such as that. And so you can be selling dark chocolate on Amazon for a couple of bucks with a package design that costs a couple cents, that has a more sense of perceived value. Or you can be selling yoga blocks for a higher ticket item, such as $20 to $30, that comes in a simple and cheap plastic bag. It doesn't really matter if the product's going to be specific to you, and whatever you do, you want to factor in a couple of things. How much more is the packaging design going to cost? You want to just get simple questions asked from your manufacturer. Can you do a box? Can you do a plastic bag? If I have my custom logo or my custom design on that box or plastic bag, how much more is it going to cost me, and how much more is it going to cost my product to source every single unit? So if you order 1,000 units, and you're spending $1,000, if the premium bag design costs an extra $2, then that takes you from $1,000 to $3,000. And so ultimately you're spending, twice on your packaging than you are on your product. So in that case, it may not make sense. But in other cases where the product is very expensive, or even if it just costs a couple extra cents and you have a cheaper product, but the packaging costs a couple extra cents, then in that case, it may make sense. Now, once again, for you to ever know, you need to ask your manufacturer. And so when he tells you the price, and you determine that it makes sense for you to do the premium packaging or these custom packaging, then these are the steps that you need to take. Now, the very first thing that you're going to need to get your packaging design is go on Alibaba and ask him for the packaging template. Now, once you ask him for this, he's basically going to send you one of these type of templates. He's going to have you select your specific box. And once you select your specific box, he's going to send you the template design, which is once again going to be these. Now, once these are all folded together and put together, you're going to have your complete box that is going to look something like, you know, one of these. Once again, they're actually custom and they're designed fully, but he's going to have to send you this template first, which you're going to take to another website to get a design. Now, websites such as Fiverr and Upwork will allow you to basically get connected with freelancers all over the United States and all over the world in general, and basically get a good high quality worker who's going to design, who's skilled in design, who's going to basically design your template for you for a cheaper price. Or you can go to Outline-Matic, which is once again going to be more expensive. It's going to cost, you know, about $200 to get a design, but these designs are going to be more premium. So the choice is up to you. You can find good work on Fiverr and on Upwork. It does take a little bit more vetting, and you may get someone who isn't as good, but Outline-Matic is going to be, once again, slightly more expensive, but have higher quality work. Now, once you go to these websites, you want to just basically just search for, you know, packaging design. And so something like that will give you, can't even spell, something like that will give you a specific freelancer who has good packaging design. Like as you see right here, we have, you know, good designs. And so basically that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to do one of these websites to get your design made, give them specific, you know, examples of other packaging designs that you liked. And so basically give them colors, examples, whatever you want to bring to life the vision that you have in your head into your packaging design, and then send that back to your manufacturer on Alibaba. If you just have a simple logo that you're trying to have on the packaging itself, then you can easily ask your manufacturer to just basically print your logo on the packaging, and it's probably gonna be a lot cheaper that way. Or if you have just a couple of designs, or if you already have a design made, then you don't have to go through the Fiverr, Outline-Matic, or Upwork step. You could just send him your logo or your simple design and have him put it on each of your boxes, have him print it into the box. It's a very simple process, and once again, he's gonna know exactly what to do. Now, when it comes to having your finished design, this is where you actually can increase the price of your product or have it in the main image. That's going to allow you to differentiate your product from all the other products who don't have packaging designs and who can't provide the premium customer experience or the premium perceived value of the product through the packaging design. Now, once again, packaging designs are not necessary, and you can go with the simple basic packaging or even the cheap packaging option like I showed here, just where you have your product and the product is selling itself. But once again, if you are going to go the premium route, just know that you can have your price slightly higher, or if you have your price the same, then the price of the product plus the imaging plus the packaging design is going to be a better buy for the customer. Just keep that in mind as well. Now, packaging designs are great and all, but there are other things that you may want to be aware of when it comes to packaging labeling, packaging requirements, and just shipping in general. So if you're interested in that, then make sure to click on this video right here where I go in depth on all of these things.